Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all. You always do that. That's okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new show. I'm your host, Latherial Phillips, and the show, ironically, is called Keeping It Latherial. That's what I'm going to do. Keep It Latherial. The show is basically about me giving my opinions. Now, whether they're true or false, or you can wipe a monkey's tail with it, it's still my opinions. Now, you might find some enlightenment in it. You're going to find a lot of comedy in it, but there's going to be a lot of real. A lot of LatheREAL. So, with that being said, hello. Welcome to not the Petty Roast, Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. I'm so used to saying Petty Roast, ladies and gentlemen, that's okay. The Petty Roast is still around. It's just taking a nap. But until then, let's talk about some stuff. Before I get into this letter, I was going to recap what happened to me last time when I was, going to Lumiere Casino. But before I get into that, I like to give a shout out to YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for giving me all these many years of services and promoting all the stuff that you promote. But, you have the nerve to suspend my page. I got suspended from YouTube, Scott. That's an accomplishment.
Not here, though.
Not here, though. But that's an accomplishment. To get suspended from some place that always posts the craziest stuff. They told me it was harassment and bullying. And I was like, no, these are roast videos. But my roast videos and jokes are different than the other stuff that's out there on YouTube? Really? Okay. I'll be like that. It'd be like that. Okay. So again, shout out to YouTube for censoring people who they think they can, and and letting everybody else get away with a lot of stuff they do. So this culture counts. This cancel culture is not really a cancel culture. It's more as in, I can say it, but you can't, or how you get to say it and I can't, or you said it better than me and it was funnier, or it was darker, or it was deeper, or how the case may be. I don't like it. It's against me and my principles and my ideals belief. You're not keeping it Latherial. You shouldn't have to. It's hard to keep it me. Scott, I don't want to say nothing, but
You want the laugh track on that?
you can. That air. I'm gonna say that air is bothering. Okay. Anyway. Again, YouTube, you seem to amaze me. I see a lot of videos of a lot of stuff, and I understand that some videos might be too graphic and too, how the case may be. But those videos got a lot of views, a lot of followers, and they even got awards and subscription pages, and you're even paying them to do this stuff. Me, I make a couple videos roasting people, and I get suspended. To those YouTube. Anyway, what time is it? So I'm not going to spend too much time talking about them guys. 8:05. Okay. I'm going to tell you a story. It's crazy. It's crazy as I don't know what. 9 years ago, on a day just like this, I had the worst experience in my life. Nah, I'm just talking like large Marge. But it wasn't the worst experience. But this was bad. What up, Shadowbox? Tune in to Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com. Keeping it Latherial. So look, I'm sitting at the casino gambling. This was Saturday night. just chilling. Around like 5 p.m. I'm having a good time. I had a good time. I had a point, it was to the point where anybody staying in St. Louis, the Lumiere, they got this upper room upstairs and stuff. And once you get to a certain level of card, you get to go upstairs to the upper room and you get to hang out and chill, and you can drink for free. You can eat for free. You can relax. And rest in peace, Miss Terry Easter, shout out to her. Before this particular day, I used to go to the casino all the time because I was giving people rides. They call me Bugsy. They're like, Bugsy, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. You feel like taking me to the casino? I was like, I give you $25. Let me put my shoes on. $25 to go. In 2000, what, 7 to 8, $25? Okay, come on, that's a little come up. So, and plus, if she wins, you get a few more dollars, and she'll buy you something to eat. You can't go wrong. Then you know what? The little few dollars that you got, you might as well press your luck. I mean, you're lucky enough to get it. Hey, why not? What are you gonna do with it anyway? Spend it. So anyway, she never used her card. Never used her player's card. And I'm like, Miss Terry, can I stick my card in there? Yes, baby, stick your card. I don't care. I'm trying to win. And she was like, the card's gonna make you lose. I'm like, nah, the card's gonna make you lose. She's like, we'll find out. I said, if the card make you lose, I'll help you get you some of your money back. The card don't make you lose. So me sticking my card in there. Each time she'll play, I stick my card, I'll slide my card up in there. So all the money she was playing and winning, them points accumulated. So one day I went to go swipe my card. They was like, hey, you passed the second level, you at the third level. You can go to the upper room. I'm like, oh my gosh. I feel like Eddie Murphy now. I'm going to the upper room to eat us. So what up, Princess Love? So up in the upper room, chilling, kicking it. Now this particular Saturday, I'm up in the upper room having fun, around like 5 or something. Now I'm waiting at the casino for a drawing. I didn't have enough points. I didn't accumulate enough draws. I was actually basically, in a sense, guaranteed a win that night. It was going to be a minimum of $500 to probably $2,000. But that Saturday night, it was a guarantee I was going to get one in between that, minimum. Walking around, chilling, playing games, slot machines, having fun. I won money. I'm like, oh man, I cannot wait. Man, I'm going to kick it. I just can't wait. I'm going to leave off this boat Saturday night paid. I can't wait. So, start walking around, hanging out, having fun. And I sit down by this machine. I started to play the machine. And I was like, nah. I'm looking at my watch. I got my watch on. I'm looking at my watch at the time, and I'm like, it's 6 something, a little after 6. I'm like, okay, the drawing starts at 7. Everybody's about to get on. So this guy sits not too far from me. I mean, he just came out of nowhere, just sits not too far from me. Just sits down, across the way, looks at me all weird and stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm just sitting there, drinking my soda. I stuck $1 into the machine, because it was a 20-cent machine. And I was like, okay, 20 cents, 10 spins, that ain't nothing. I just play slow. Matter of fact, I switch it to the pennies just to have something to do. So I can see the jackpot. This guy stuck his money in the machine. And I mean, he was right there. So when he stuck his money in the machine, he stuck a lot of money in the machine. He stuck a ticket in the machine. It was like a little over $800. I remember that shit. Excuse my French. And I was like, oh, I hope he wins. I hope he wins. What up, Coop? You gotta listen to this, man. I'm like, I hope he wins. You gotta hear this story. I'm like, I hope he wins. So I'm sitting there playing my little penny slots or whatever, and he's sitting up there playing this game with this $800 ticket, over $800 ticket. But he was betting big. This man spent $10 to spend. Now, do the math correctly. $800 divided by 10 is 80, right? Basically. So, this man had 80 spins at $10 a piece. I would thought he would hit too. When he got to $400, I'm like, man, come on, dog. Just get your stuff and just go. Nah. He just kept hitting it. And I'm like, yo, I'm sitting up there. I actually got intrigued. So I'm like, let me see if this dude gonna hit. And I'm playing mine, and he lost all that money. I got up and left with him. Not with him. He went that way, I went that way. So I started walking around and stuff, and I started playing another game. And next thing you know, two security guards in British coats came walking up to me. Excuse me, sir. Could you come with us? I'm like, then, you see a cop right there and a security guard right there. You see two. I'm like, okay, what can I do? I walk over there to the back, and they was like, can we see your player's card and your ID? I'm like, yes. What's the meaning of this? Well, this guy saying you was harassing him and you was watching him. I'm like, that guy, that big old black dude. But I didn't say big old black dude. I said I used initials. I'm like, that dude? And it was like, yeah, that dude. He said, so first of all, I'm 5'9". This guy was a little over 6 something. So for him to say he was he felt harassed and threatened by me, I was already dumbfounded. I'm looking like Weebay from The Wire. I'm like, yo, no, this dude did it. So they're like, well, you're banned off the boat until you talk to such and such. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Now, let me tell you the year this was. This was in 2012. So from 2012 until now, I've been writing letters trying to get, reestablished back to this facility. It wasn't the point I want to go gamble. We have many gambling facilities in Missouri, in Illinois. It was the principality of this person lying on me. Not gonna lie on my name like that. No, I wasn't taking so for years. Okay, first guy I was talking to, he was Richard about it. So I wrote him like plenty of letters. It was like 5 or 6 throughout the times or whatever. And I remember this particular year, he was like, you know what? I got your letters, and I'm not going to let you back on the boat no more, ever. And hung up on me. That was in 2015. Ironically, the Petty Roast Show came out in 2015. So, I used my power of social media and this thing right here. And I said, people know me. I did a little talking. I said some things that I meant, and I meant some things that I said. So, with that being said, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. All I know is, I gave it a little bit, whatever, So I've been working. Let's say, build up my craft and all that stuff. And going to the other casinos and chilling and hanging out. But that was still resting my craw. Because I'm driving down the highway and I have to see this casino. And you know what was messed up about it was? John Witherspoon been to the same casino performing 3 times. 3 times John Witherspoon was at this casino, and 3 times I missed John Witherspoon. Each time he come, I get hot. Riding down the street, you see John Witherspoon with that face, and it's like, But you can't do nothing. It's a casino. You saw the movie Casino. You can't go up in the casino tripping. Not even in the Robert De Niro movie. You really don't want to do it in real life. So, I mean, it was like, okay, cool. So this year, I don't know what made me do it. So, I just so happened to call. I called like in May. This past May. Around the time the group, the stuff we was doing getting hot, Ferguson getting hot, the roast room getting hot, Petty Roast Show getting hot, everything's getting hot. Characters, I mean, not characters. You guys are characters. The actors, the performers, comedians. That's what I was looking for, comedians. We're all getting good comedians. Everybody's getting in their ways, stuff's changing. And I was like, if I'm going to get on stage and I'm going to do a show in St. Louis, I might as well do it at that casino. Or the other one. One of the two. But it's going to be a bidding war. And I'm going to make it a bidding war. So, I called back up there. And I was like, hey, can I speak to this person in charge? So I'm thinking it's that same guy that told me previously, like, oh, I'm not going to let you back on ever again in life. Click. So, 3 times there, bro. 3 times. So, anyway, 3 times. So, I get back up there. I call back up there. And so I'm speaking to somebody different. He was like, oh, such and such. I'm like, yeah. Let me check it out and run it through and all that stuff. And I give, send me a letter and tell me what happened. Here he goes again. This guy. Well, send me a letter and tell me what happened. And all that. And I'm like, okay, I'll send you a letter. Sent him the letter. This is the last letter I wrote. I'm like, that's the last letter I'm writing. So I sent him a letter and he's like, yeah, I got your letter. Okay, cool. Now, this is the letter. June 10th, remember that date, June 10th, 2021. Mr. Phillips, this letter is in response to your request to be reinstated at the Lumiere Place Casino. I reviewed your history and internal report that resulted in your termination of your casino privileges. As a thorough consideration of all circumstances, your request for reinstatement at this time was denied and your termination of casino privileges remain in force until restitution is made. You can come in and let security know that you are here to pay restitution for an incident in March of 2019. Remember that date. So you got June 2021. You can say June 10th, 2021 and March of 2019. Once you pay the full amount of $156.20, your privileges will be reinstated. Sincerely, Mark Hughes, Lumiere Place Casino, Director of Security. Now, when I got this letter, I got it Saturday before Father's Day. Because I'm thinking Father's Day, I'm about to go hang out and chill. Like, oh my goodness, I'm about to go. Yes, Father's Day. Everybody's asleep. I'm going to sneak out the house and I'm going to go chill. And Saturday, my letter had came. I'm like, oh my goodness. I felt like Ralphie from A Christmas Story when they said, when he got that paperback and it was C plus on there. C plus? Oh no. C plus? Oh no. Yeah, you would never slide. You would never slide. That's what I had in my head. And I'm mad. So I called him. I kept calling. I'm like, hey, let me holler at you. And he was like, I'm a little busy right now. Could you give me? I'm like, okay. I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna give you time to talk to me on the phone before I come up there. Now, this is the Monday after Father's Day. Father's Day was the 25th, I think. This is the 26th. So I called him that Monday. So it's almost a month later. And I went up there yesterday after doing all this calling, I'm like, you know what? I got time today. I'm gonna handle all my grievances. I'm like, forget this. You're not gonna besmirch the name Latherial Phillips. You're not LLP. No, you're not. This is my name. I mean, I thought about how Giannis was talking when he won that championship. This is for the. I felt him. I'm like, no, I'm on my Giannis right now. I'm going up there on some Milwaukee Bucks stuff. So I drove up there, and I told him, like, let me speak to this guy in charge. And he was like, this Mark Hughes dude. They're like, Mark is, he's not unavailable right now. I'm like, well, okay, is he in this building? Like, yeah, yes, he's somewhere around this building. I'm like, okay, then call him up. I'm gonna wait right here until I got time. He said, call him. He said, bring him up. He said, hey, this paper says right here, I can come up here and handle it with security. He's security, right? No, he's the director of security. I want the man. You guys, hey, go get your boss. You know. And he came back. Oh, he's not in the building right now. Oh, he's not in the whole casino floor. Okay, go get his boss. He don't have a boss. I'm like, well, no, I don't want to buy that. No, he has a boss. Who hired him? How did he get hired? So he just walked up into this building and said, I'm the director of security. Everybody fall back and then start writing out checks. And he just put his name on a payroll. No, he got a boss. It's somebody over him. Get me that guy. So they tried to take me through the, well, you're going to have to call back up here and talk to him and everything. I said, why do I have to call back up here to talk to him when he's in the building? Call him on your walkie-talkie to his secretary and say that some bald-head black guy with glasses would like to speak to him. That's talking real educated. So he was like, he's not in the building either. How ironic. What up, De Niro? Nobody's in the building to help me handle the situation that I'm trying to ratify. Nobody want to help me. Okay. You said call this number? Okay. Then I said, well, can you give me the number? We can't, you have to call back up here and get switched over and this and that. I'm like, okay. I'm not going to get upset. I went to the parking lot, got on my cell phone, and I called right back up here. And the lady at the front desk, I was told I want to speak to somebody, and I'd like to speak to the manager, the casino manager. And they're like, this is guarding up. I'm like, ma'am, are you the secretary of the casino manager? She was like, no, I was just going to transfer the call. I said, I want you to just transfer the call. Don't worry about what this regarding up, because it's none of your business. All you just do is to cash money and take money. Transfer that call. So they transferred me to security. I'm like, here we go again. I said, lady, did I just get through talking to you? She's like, yeah, you're. I'm like, okay. She's like, well, I'm going to put you on hold. I'm like, okay, you do what you got to do, because I'm going to keep calling back up here until I talk to somebody. So they put me on hold. She was like, okay, we're going to transfer you upstairs to the secretary. Okay, I don't care what you do. Transfer me somebody, because you're going to get this message. Talk to the secretary. Tell her the situation. And everything. Yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, hey, and you know, this needs to be fixed. So. He probably was watching me on security tape. So I'm like, this needs to be fixed. So she's like, okay, give me your number and all that stuff, and I'm gonna call you back. I'm like, okay. So I hang up and I leave off the casino lot. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home, chill out, relax, enjoy my Thursday. 2 hours later, the guy who was talking to them was telling me nobody was here, nobody's available, whatever. He called me. He was like, yeah, did I just talk to you? I'm like, yeah, you just talked to me. Well, I mean, what's up? Didn't I say I was going to have Mark to call? I'm like, you said a whole bunch of stuff. I ain't got time to deal with what you said and how this stuff going to go down, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I don't care if, whatever. He's like, because you can get back on the casino. Did he leave you a message to say he sent you the wrong letter? I say, he did what? He like, yeah, he left you a message say he sent you the wrong letter. I said, he left me a message. When he get your message, I'm like, if I did get the message, I won't be here having this conversation with you. And I'm not saying he didn't send me the message or whatever. Because I did get a message from him I was trying to get, and I was trying to call him back to let him know. Like, what, I mean, to let him know that I got your message. What did it say? I need you to tell me verbally out your mouth while we're on live on the phone. He was like, well, yeah, he said, he gave you the message, whatever. I'm like, oh, he gave me the message when, though? He gave you the message right after the situation. Oh, right after the situation in June? And it's July, almost August? You trying to guilt trip me, make me feel bad because you incompetent? Lumiere Casino? But either way it goes, I'm reinstated. I'm bloody back in the building, mate. And I'm gonna roast everybody I can possibly. I got 9 years of jokes saved up for that particular place. Every time I pass by that place, I have if I'm gonna get kicked out, it's gonna be on my account list. You can't kick me out of something that I didn't do. How you gonna kick me out of what is not mine? This is not no Jack Black School or Rock School. Anyway, I'm back in, and I'm gonna try to be cool until I'm back. Speaking of which, is so glorious and so monumental and so triumphant. It's like today. It's like I actually lit my Olympic torch. Bing, 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 bing. So, Olympic torch flaming, it burns so sweet. The thrill of victory, the agony defeat. Wu-Tang. That triumph. You know about it. Oh, man. The Olympics are popping back up. It's ironic. I'm not going to say a lot, but let's say it's a few American Olympians that tested positive for COVID. And they was like, yeah, come in the country. You are not coming into this country with this stuff. And I was like, at first, I was thinking like, maybe I don't want to just put stuff out there like that, because after the Haitian president, was assassinated, I mean, you found out who it was. I mean, people kind of like, me quiet. But all of a sudden now, American players can't go. It's like they got that. Also, they tested positive for COVID. Not saying that they don't have it, but I'm assuming that these players were vaccinated. So are you saying that your athletes weren't vaccinated and they got COVID? Okay. Or are you saying your athletes were vaccinated and they got COVID? Hey, that's a octopus touchy situation. You can put all 8 arms on that. And sticky. So the Olympics, the Olympians, I thought were like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's like you get the shot, right, and the corona shot, and I'm assuming, I'm not a scientist like that. I just study alchemy and sometimes know how to make gold into iron, but I can't tell you that. But I'm assuming that it has some type of form of steroids to build up your immune. So if it does have steroids in it, what we gonna do about that? They ain't think about that. They ain't test to see. It's like every athlete that's in the games that had a corona vaccine might be disqualified if that's the case. If that's the case. It's called keeping Latherial. This is a show full of speculations, conspiracies, theories, actually Latherial theories, however the case may be. But what if? What if? You know what I'm saying? It could be to the point where it might be. I mean, I'm just saying. They say China started it, but okay, we can go back 2 years ago with the Wu Shang bat, but I don't think it started from a bat. I mean, come on, that bat would have been hit people up. Um, Not from a bowl of soup, a bat soup. I'm not even gonna say the it leaks out. Who who's gonna leak out a disease? I mean, you have to go through all these channels. It's like I can't imagine somebody sitting up in the middle of the night like, yeah, when I get to work, I'm getting that coronavirus. I'm getting that coronavirus. I'm getting that coronavirus. And they just going in, they mopping the floor. It's like third good off a half baked. Mopping the floor, looking around and stuff. When all the scientists busy. And you're at home and you're just secretly splicing a deadly disease that can actually wipe out population if untreated. I can see that if this was a movie, but it's real life. So the corona and the American athletes or whatever, it's kind of weird. I'm really gonna watch this Olympics this year because not only are a lot of athletes are coming up positive, it's not gonna be nobody there. So the grandest stage of life that you can showcase your talent, well, nobody see it unless it's on TV. I'm just saying, last week they had Money in the Bank pay-per-view match. Big E won the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, but Dominique in front of a live crowd, but not Dominique. Can't think of her name. Can't think of her name off the top. But my homegirl can't perform in front of a live crowd. But it's okay. But wait a minute, it gets better. But wait, it gets worse. I don't know what Tokyo is on when they're saying just to make sure just to make sure the athletes don't engage in no sexual intercourse, we made cardboard beds that's sturdy enough for people to sleep on. That's funny. That's funny as I don't know what. Because a couple of days ago, driving down Broadway, just so happened to look over, I saw this man not tackle her, but you know what I mean, in the alley by the trash can. Also happened a cardboard in a black plastic bag. So this kind of weird. Like, you think that's going to actually stop something? I mean, these are world athletes. You think just because their bodies trained, their minds not? It's like, oh no, you know what? These beds are made out of cardboard. I'm sorry, Kathy from Ireland. That was a nice pun. I'm sorry from Kathy from Ireland. We can't engage in sexual intercourse because this cardboard bed. But wait a minute, let me try. No, it won't work. It won't work. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. And when we're butterflies. No, because it's going to be somebody that's very creative. It so happen to be an engineer that so happen to be an athlete. Well, if you take the cardboard top off the other cardboard and you lay it on the floor, and you get the other cardboards and you flatten them out, we could break dance. But I mean, if you're in a room with a woman, no bed, and y'all got cardboard, are y'all talking about doing some Booker T spinneronis? But that's another story. What I'm saying is the cardboard is not going to stop anything other than add an insult to the injured, the fractured minds that's already getting portrayed anyway. I got to come over to this country in front of nobody and under excuse me, under basically a country restriction that if I test positive, because their test methods are different from ours, so we might be used to the swabbing in the mouth or the. I was getting swabbed in the mouth. I was getting the nose. I was getting the nose ring. It was like I was getting all the stuff. I don't know what they do over there. They might do both. They might use urine. They might use stool samples. I don't know what the protocol is, but they're using different stuff to test, and whatever coming up is affecting the athletes. And it goes back to, are these athletes vaccinated or are they not vaccinated? And if they are vaccinated and they still coming up with it, okay, these are athletes. Now let's go back home to the Western Hemisphere, to the mainlands, to the Americas. What about the people that have getting it there? You know, they have got it. And just not the other day, a couple days ago, Nancy Pelosi got it. She got it. She contracted the symptoms for COVID, and she was vaccinated. So I don't know. You know, I kind of I'm on a limb with this. I mean, you know, I've been taking black seed oil and sea moss. I've been trying that, and it actually been changing my body to the point where I notice a difference. And yesterday, I went to the chiropractor. You know, knowing I go to the chiropractor, I go for car accidents, and you know, I get sent by lawyers. You know, because the 1/3. But I actually went to the chiropractor yesterday. In the midst of all this casino and all this whatever talk, I was getting a text on my phone. Hey, LaTherial, you can get a free chiropractic. Well, you can get a chiropractic exam for $27. I'm like, $27? You're BSing. Like, yes, you can get an X-ray, you can get consultation, you can get an adjustment, and you can get a massage for $27. There's a catch. Okay, whatever. So I you know, just to see what it is, or whatever, you know, it was on, you know, it came up on my Facebook page, so I clicked it, you know, like all you guys in St. Louis. So went through it, hooked it up. Now they've been blowing me up for the last 2 past days or whatever. Today's Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, and all that. So Wednesday, I was like, you know what? They kept calling, are you gonna do this? I'm gonna do it. I'm like, I called the number. And they was like, you like to set an appointment? I'm like, yeah, it's for. I got a offer for $27. She sounded surprised. $27? Like, yes, $27. We don't have nothing for $27. I'm like, well, this is what I got on my phone. This is what you guys sent me. Or I mean, unless you're just false advertising. Hold on a second. So she got off for a second and came back like, yeah, we do that. We do whatever. I'm like, okay. So went in. My shoulder, I don't know if you guys ever had a dislocated shoulder or not, but if you don't get it taken care of, it just sit there, throw your posture off. It makes you look one-sided, make your arm dangle or whatever. And went in, and this lady put my arm over here, and I heard it pop up. Boom! Like, oh. to the point where my body started changing. I had to go to the bathroom. If you ever had your bones cracked so good, you had to go to the bathroom. Because when she did it, it's like all you heard was, ah. I apologize to her. I mean, it's like I know she felt that air bubble go down her leg because I felt it go down my leg. But but that crack was so good. It's like I can stretch my arms now. I'm like, how I can move my arms. I'm oh my goodness. It's still a little sore, but oh my goodness. I feel so much better. It's like, actually, to be honest, when I was telling jokes, I was in pain. I was actually in pain telling all these jokes. But I feel a lot better. I feel like weight been lifted off my shoulder. So yeah, what up, De Niro? I'm glad you're listening to me and appreciate you. Fresh broski. But yes, the Olympics, everybody's getting ready to tune in today. Me personally, I don't think Usain running. I think he is going to run. I think this is going to be his last Olympics. I don't know if Michael Phelps retired. I don't know who's doing what. But this Olympic is going to be good. This is going to be a good Olympics. This is going to be actually exciting. I don't know what to say. Other the fact that people... Wait a minute. They're talking about they're going to protest the games. We're going to protest the games because Sha'Carri Richardson is not running. And I was like, why? I mean, she didn't try to protest the game. She tried to get in it. But it's like, well, she ain't in it. I ain't watching it. I was like, I didn't think you watched it anyway. You know. I didn't think you watched it anyway. Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks. 50 years since they won their last championship, 1971. 50 years. And to commemorate that day, Giannis actually scored 50 points. 50 points. He's the new, well, some people say he's the new king. Shaquille O'Neal passed the title of Superman over to him. I'm just going to go ahead and just give it to him. That's General Zod. Giannis is the new General Zod. Giannis is... Hey. The thing is, he was playing with the same love and enthusiasm as the kid from Akron used to play when he first started, you know. Hey, LeBron is tight. I mean, come on, you can't give it. It's called evolution. Giannis is the evolution of LeBron. LeBron was the evolution of, I don't know. I mean, you could say Jordan. Yeah, you could probably say Jordan. But these are different players in different positions in different years. So, of course, we can always argue because there's always going to be good barbershop talk. LeBron's better than Jordan. No, LeBron ain't better than Jordan. Giannis better than Jordan. Giannis ain't better than Jordan. I mean, Giannis ain't got but one ring. LeBron got this. LeBron got that. LeBron with the three. It can always argue the point about who's going to be the great. Like me, when I turn 108 with wrinkles in my face, I still want to be in debate about whose style was great. That's why I say when I turn 108 with wrinkles in my face, I'm still going to be living. But, I hope. But, the case may be, live out your stuff now. Put out your legacy and put out your dreams now. And that's what Giannis did. And Sometimes when you dream big or whatever, you wake up to a surprise. You might wake up like my homeboy Cam falling out of midair. But you wake up with a surprise sometimes. That was a joke. Okay, Julio, I'm gonna pop you in for a sec, man. Don't get in here cussing. We live on air. Let me get my guy in real quick. So, pop him in. If he pop in a second. You might can hear him, you might not can hear him. Okay, you can hear. What's up? He's fixing on the car, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that. Well, the ones that's on Instagram can see this on my page live. Everybody else is on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and streaming on FergusonUSAHotTalkRadio.com. Huh?
You on Twitch, bro? You on Twitch? You a real gamer, brother? You on Twitch?
No, my manager a gamer. He be playing Madden. Scott said he busted everybody head in Madden. He said taking all challenges.
That's right.
What else, Phil?
That's not correct. Anyway, but so whole Giannis thing, I heard your whole conversation, man. I'm gonna say this. I'm happy to see somebody win a championship without having 15 superstars on their team and riding the back of what they already done. So I think, I agree with saying that young man is the next evolution of the game because, bro, he be beasting with average great NBA players. Every person in the league will beat an average man on the street. That's all I'm gonna say. Even PJ, who scored no points, will beat me in basketball. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Giannis did it with a bunch of average, drafted, and traded players, and he won a championship. I salute him, bro. I agree with that.
Okay, everybody just
the next one.
No, I was saying everybody just tuning in or whatever on FergusonUSAHotTalkRadio.com, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We got Julio Hennessy in the house, and we got Morris Silver in the house. You know what's up? What's up? This dude up here brushing his teeth.
Man,
but I like this though.
Bro, I want to see him pull a chicken wing out his molar. He brushed last night.
Hey, I'm surprised a whole cow didn't come out between his tooth when he was flossing.
He had a whole Johnsonville brat. He had a whole Johnsonville brat stick behind his neck. Johnsonville brat.
Hey, I heard him screaming that early this morning at 4 o'clock. I heard him scream.
Oh God!
Hey, we gotta watch our.
We gotta watch our language, Silver.
I know a lot of radio. Yeah, watch our language, sir.
I know. That's what I said. You got tequila stained teeth.
Oh my God!
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you might hear some improv roasting from the roast room. Check us out on Instagram. Go ahead, continue. Don't let me stop you.
Hey, you got a man, bro. You got a man.
You talking about the finals or whatnot, man? That was I don't know, man. I feel like it was rigged, bro.
What?
To watch CP3, the professional.
Chris Paul did that to himself. Chris Paul, hey,
bro, he fell apart. He completely fell apart. Like he completely was not himself in that whole series.
That's his fault,
bruh.
That's his fault.
That's his fault. You can't. It's the same thing was saying like when Ricky Williams got in the league, he was a man always in the league. When he got there, he kind of faltered a little bit. That's his fault.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? The strength. That's why greats are made and built in the finals, bro.
Hey, shout out to Cam. Hey, shout out to Cam, but Cam had said something.
All right, so
Go ahead.
Here's the thing, man. CP3, bro. We watched this man go to go to the conference finals several times, and every time he's like almost gives you a perfect performance every time, and he goes to the big dog and just collapses. Like,
bro, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to start.
Bro, he was too old
bad,
not ready.
Nick, all right, sir.
1 second.
Okay,
What's up, Lash?
For you, sir. Okay, for instance, like anything, comedy, music, you could have had a great concert last night, but you about to perform in front of Jay-Z and all the rest of them, and you just ain't there tonight. It happens, brother. It's part of life. But you can't say it's rigged when Giannis went out there and took it himself. 50 points. He was the MVP of defense.
Hey.
I mean, everything. He won 4 awards, bro, for his performance.
We're not talking one game, bro.
Hey, you know what broke his spirit? You know what broke his spirit? Hey, you know what broke his spirit? That dunk at the end. Yeah. That broke his spirit.
That did it, bro.
That was
that broke the camel back, bro. That did it.
Bro, the game where Chris Paul fell at the end of the game and gave it up, what was that, game 3?
Oh, talking about when he got crossed up. Oh, talking about when Chris Paul got crossed up.
He get crossed up.
Man.
Nah, bro. He got Allen. He got what's that? Tyronn Lue, that breakup, bro. That was new Tyronn Lue breakup. I don't know what game you watched with Silver, but I'm just saying, bro.
No,
but wait,
bro, you talking about game 3 when Chris Paul got there and fell in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He didn't get crossed up. He had the ball. He just fell.
He fell on his own legs. He crossed himself up, sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like, come on, like.
Listen, brother. I'm gonna keep 100. Chris Paul has been a definition, an example of what we've been wanting to see for a long time. And just because that man could not come through at the end, does not mean that it was a setup, bro. It was for him to win, and he lost it himself, bro. For real. He messed up, and now he gonna go home, reevaluate his career. He gonna say, man, can y'all give me one more year out of this? I need one more year. They're gonna see what they gonna do, bro.
Hey,
I'm speaking, man.
Man, point shaving is a turn.
Man, nobody know point shaving.
No point saving when you knock your own self off the square.
Hey,
no point saving, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna say something. Hey, I'm trying to say something. Hey, Cam had said something that it took me a long time to look at. I never did see it until somebody else told me that. He said, "Oh man, Chris finna act like a little girl in this game like that. He finna start fighting everybody." I'm like, Chris Paul don't be fighting everybody. Hey man, Chris Paul fight everybody when he be losing. I'm like, hold on, let me trip it out. He was losing, and what did he do? What did he do?
He fight when he lose.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What time is it, fellas? What time is it?
He give you. That's why he be giving when he lose and shit. That's when he be goddamn. That's when he give you.
My stuff is always pausing. Okay. There we go. I'm waiting for this guy, Mr. Lalash, come in. Lalash 666.
But you know, overall, right? As a whole, damn, you got Julio out of there.
No, he did that. He probably had to go. He probably come back. He coming back.
As a whole, bro, sports. The whole sports system is rigged. So.
Because you got bookies and gangsters and stuff like that, but for us in this game, games like this is not no rig. This is some, we want to see what happens. Because, sometimes money ain't worth it.
All that shit be rigged, dude. All that shit be rigged. NFL, all that shit rigged.
Do you know what Chris Paul?
Hey, the S word is Silver.
Do you know?
You can't even say shit?
No.
You can't even say S?
God almighty, bro. You just the most ignorant. Oh my God, I told you.
I said it so quick and then you catch it.
Hello.
You see what I work with, right? You see what I'm working with, right? this is my crew.
Hello, my friends.
What up, my guy? What up with you? What up?
What up?
How are you?
What up, Papi Moñeño? How you doing?
Did you call this man Narcos.
Your friend. I love you.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Mad love, my brother.
Love you.
Thank you.
I love you. Yes.
Do y'all know where Chris Paul from? He's from Winston-Salem in the Trade 4, bro. They don't play that stuff in Trade 4.
You're like
He
5
just
extra
lost.
minutes. Might not even be that
He'll
long.
be back next year, though. He'll
Might not even be that long.
Yes.
Chris Paul back next year, bro.
To the finals, you think?
No. If they don't draft another, get him a draft or trade it.
My parents.
No.
I don't think Chris Paul gonna do another I don't think he's gonna do another State Farm commercial after this. Come on, going to the
No more State Farm commercial.
Did you see that last State Farm commercial? They had a whole deer come into his room and mess up his stuff. They played it during the game. They lost. They played it. No.
Hey, did you hear what Kanye said on his new album?
Okay.
So this the rigging, right? So Kanye said he got a punchline on his new album on Donda. He just did the listening party last night in Atlanta. And he got a punchline on the album where he say, I could talk money, I could talk bucks, let's be honest. Like what he's saying, like let's be honest, but let's be honest.
The mega contract. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, because it's kind of like the mega contract is half of what LeBron they made, because he became a billionaire. I mean, like yesterday, whatever. And it was like, okay, we're going to have to put LeBron's earnings out there because Giannis just signed this $500+ million. I mean, you can't beat $500+ million and the endorsements that's coming in after that. I mean, he'll be right there in a few years, if not, next year.
Yeah, I think he got a Chick-fil-A endorsement too.
The third.
Oh wow.
Can I be allowed to vent real quick?
Well, I tell you what, you got
Curse.
Nah, not on my show.
Right after the you see that?
No, I'm not gonna
TikTok video.
I want to vent real quick, man. I want anybody to watch this.
Oh well, go ahead.
You wonder why mechanics sometimes take too long with your cars. They be like, "What's wrong? You ain't doing the job." It ain't us. It be these dumb people in parts who can't order nothing correctly because they get right in their face. Seriously, how the heck do you not order me a correct mirror assembly? Now I gotta wait 2 more days for the right darn mirror assembly. It should have been done 2 days ago. It ain't my fault. It's not my fault. I ain't the one ordering it. People can't read. I promise y'all. Some of y'all get hooked on fine. Y'all need more than education.
And that's a public service announcement from Mr. Goodwrench himself.
Isn't that within your office that needs to be trained?
Bro, I don't train parts people, bro.
No, I'm just saying, ain't that within your office though? Wouldn't that be their fault?
No, sir.
Messed up?
It's not. No, they're not my office, bro. Parts and mechanic shop is 2 different zones, bro. We're 2 different people. If it's easy, bro, I put on what you give me to put on, and I tell you it's broke. So if you order it wrong, that's not my fault.
No, I get that, but I'm saying to the customer, he just gonna see it as the business itself.
Now, what the customer you say is who the HEL double hockey stick you have in here reading these damn books, they illiterate. That's what they gonna say.
Fellas,
okay?
My station manager is looking at me, listening to y'all, and I'm like, hey.
I said HEL hockey stick.
You didn't. It's not the curtain. No. I gotta wrap the show up. I'm about to get off at 9 o'clock.
Oh, your manager's over there like this. Hey, it's 5.
Thank you, radio manager. We appreciate you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
He said thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to Keeping It Latherial, man. I appreciate Silver and Julio for tuning in, and Mr. LaLash and everybody, and De Niro and Coop for chiming in the comments. Follow, link, subscribe. Hey, follow the Roast Room. Check us out on Instagram. Check out Silver music on his page or whatever. Check him out. And Julio, 5-year anniversary as a comedian. Shout out to him. Everybody is popping. Everybody is living prosperous. Everybody doing good.
Watch my special on Tubi TV called The Law. I'm on Tubi and Amazon Prime. I'm out here working tonight. Get it.
All righty. Okay. And you know where to follow me at Instagram. Well, I'm suspended off of YouTube for a while, but Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you can catch me. You can catch me at FergusonUSAHotTalkRadio.com, and you can see me at the roast room, and you can also catch me tuning in on lives. But I'd like to thank you guys again for tuning in. And Ferguson USA Hot Talk Radio. This is Latherial Phillips. I'm signing off. Follow me next week, 8 a.m. Friday, same time, same channel. Thank you, fellas.
Hey.
Been great, bro.